Because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
They contain explicit lyrics and adult themes that may not be suitable for everyone.
Listener discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Yo, what's good? This DJ Superstar Streets of BA Studios, and you tapped into the Streets Needed. This is where you get all of the exclusive music you need to hear, you heard?
Oh my gosh, Streets is crazy.
This is one DJ you don't want to fuck with. Need it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for the Streets Needed podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Architect, aka Mr. Behind the Scenes. Super big shouts out to my partner, Big Stu. Always behind the scenes doing big things, big things. Today, we are joined by our other partner, our other brother from another mother, Mr. DJ Superstar Streets is in the building. First and foremost, we want to remind y'all to hit that like, follow, subscribe. We on everything as the Streets Needed. That Streets with a Z. But like I said, we got DJ Superstar Streets in the building. How are you, sir?
Yo, Architect, what's good, man?
Everything
Happy
is
to be
good,
here.
brother. Yeah. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm happy to see you. I'm glad everything is good. And I was excited to do this interview because behind the scenes we've been doing a lot of work and we've been having conversations. But this whole Streets Needed movement wouldn't be possible without you and BA Studios. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for coming on the platform, being a part of it, and give the audience the backdrop. Who is DJ Superstar Streets? Where you from? How you get into hip hop? Just give us that whole kind of background.
All right. I'm DJ Superstar Streets. I'm straight from South Bronx. I'm in the South Bronx right now, man.
Yeah.
How I got into music, I wasn't always a DJ. I still do. I rap. That's how I got into music. I rap. I've been writing ever since, I don't know, 12 years old. Whenever the Rough Rider Volume 1 compilation came out, I remember I started rapping then, hearing like Jadakiss, Drag On, and all of them. That's what influenced me to start writing my own. And Jada influenced me at first, that whole Rough Rider, and he's still one of my favorite rappers to this day.
Mm.
And
So what was it like coming up in the Bronx? You know what I mean? Because the Bronx is like the epicenter of hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? Like without the Bronx, this rap ish probably wouldn't be going on. You know what I'm saying? So what was
yeah,
it like coming
definitely.
up in the Bronx? What would give us that backdrop? What is it like coming up in hip hop in the Bronx?
Hip hop in the Bronx. I'm from Brook Avenue in the Bronx. Those who know about the Bronx know about Brook Avenue. Y'all know what's up over here. Well, as a youngin', I used to see park jams. Matter of fact, right here, 140th in Brook. DJ out, people partying, people get on the mic. But that didn't really influence me in the beginning. When I started getting into rap, let me tell you, the first CD I ever got, my pops actually gave me. It was the Nas album. It was a Nas album, and he gave me a CD player, first CD player I ever had. I didn't really know anything about rap. So I listened to the Nas album. I was like, it's interesting. It's people like what I thought back then was people are just talking, they're saying whatever. And it's like talking, but in rhyme form and telling a story. That's why I fell in love with rap, because it was storytelling. And I guess that's because Nas was one of the first artists I ever listened to. And I remember ever since then, I remember being a kid, even just hearing the rappers curse on it, because that was new to me. I grew up in a Spanish household. I'm Puerto Rican, and I just hear my mother play, Spanish music while she cleaning the house, on Sundays and the weekends. So I wasn't, I didn't get hip hop from the house. So once I heard it in the street, uh, it was like I don't know, something about it. And then just hearing even the rough, I'll bring it back to the Rough Riders compilation volume 1. Hearing the beats and the flows, what people are doing, I was like, yo, this is. I mean, this is a way to express yourself. So that's how I used to express myself as a kid. I was always an artist, whether it was rapping, I used to like drawing, being creative. Fast forward to this day, that's why I got BA Studios. You see it on my
Right,
chest.
right, yeah. We're gonna get into that. So let me
Yeah,
ask you this: coming from the Puerto Rican background, right?
yeah.
There's a lot of misconceptions that there's like this division between the Puerto Rican and Black community. So what was that like growing up in the Bronx? Like, did you have a lot of Black friends, and then or was it really separated like they want us to believe, like there was like this big division?
Actually, I didn't see a division at all.
Mm,
I didn't see a division at all. Me, I'm Puerto Rican, but most of my friends and who I grew up around with, mostly throughout my life, were Black people. But I didn't treat it. I mean, I didn't see anything about it. And I'm Puerto Rican, but upon first meeting me, people think I'm white until they hear me speak. Which, I am part white. Actually, I am. And that was just crazy growing up in the hood. I didn't see a difference, but as I got older, I started noticing it. But I didn't realize a division. I started noticing that people thought there was a division, hearing people from out of state talk about it. Like
mm.
uh like people saying, even with Puerto Ricans saying nigga. I mean, I say it, and not just because I just what I'm used to. Even though I don't use it all the
No,
time.
I feel you. I feel you.
And nobody ever checked me on it. Like nobody ever in my life, actually. But I didn't see a division. Yeah, hearing from people out of state saying why Puerto Ricans. Uh, well, they say people don't know that Puerto Rican started rap, but in the Bronx, or there is Black and Puerto Rican, especially those days. So everybody grew up the same. Everybody grew up as one. So I didn't notice a difference until going out of the boroughs or going out of state. That's when you hear people, and well, just by certain words they use or certain things they say, you could tell that they think it's a difference. Even a lot of rappers that aren't from here think, or they don't believe that Blacks and Hispanics started hip hop. But
Right,
that started from my backyards where I'm from, the blocks I ride around through every day. It originated here.
right.
And yeah, I mean, I don't see a difference because all the Puerto Ricans I know that I grew up with, we all grew up listening to rap.
Right.
That this is where it's from. So
Well,
yeah,
look,
I noticed a
I
difference.
appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that because somebody like myself who's mixed, I'm Black, Puerto Rican, whatever you want to call, I got everything, right?
Yeah,
We didn't know there was a difference, and I'm from outside of the city, right? I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up upstate. I grew up everywhere, right? And
yeah,
we used to look at dudes from the city like y'all were the closest. So especially being from the Bronx, right? We looked at y'all like y'all were closer to the source of hip hop than say somebody from Westchester County, Mount Vernon, which is right outside the Bronx. But like we looked at y'all like y'all were closer to the source, right? So did you happen like when you were growing up? Did you happen to see like some of the famous dudes, like we say with Africa Bambaataa, all these different dudes, like did that influence reach every part of the Bronx or was it like an isolated thing?
um, Africa Bambaataa. No, I never seen him, but actually he's from Bronx River. I used to have a studio there. I used to record songs there. But the only rap I ever saw, like in the hood, was Fat Joe. And well, he's from the Bronx, and he used to have the store over there on Third Avenue. But yeah, I didn't really. No, I didn't see the old school dudes really.
Mm,
That wasn't my era. That
Yeah, well,
wasn't my
that Rough Rider album was that first Ride or Die Volume 1 was 1999, right? So you coming
99.
into the 2000s, right? You
Yeah.
you talking about like that 2000s era around there. So you said that they were a big influence. Like who else was some of the influences as an artist, right? Like as a rapper that you may have had that really influenced you to stay involved in the culture.
Stay involved in the culture. All right. There was a bunch of artists. Right. I would say definitely that era. Then Eminem hit.
Mm.
Eminem is one of my. He's in my top five. You know, a lot of people
Wow,
don't like.
really?
He's in my top five. Yeah. Even though I don't like all of his songs, but I don't like every song from any artist. You
Mhm.
know, but M is in my top five. I'll say that. After Eminem hit, that's when I don't know because he was storytelling. He come from that storytelling, and that's why I really fell in love with rap. So I guess that's what got me, and the lyricism and just being different. Like I don't know, people used to say that about me when I used to do music. That was just different. Like, but I don't know.
You
But
know you're gonna catch some flack for that though, right? Because like people like Boosie saying we don't bump Eminem in the hood, and I'm like, pain is pain. That was my take on it, right? Like I enjoyed Eminem because I understood that it was a different kind of pain. Like I didn't see much difference from the trailer park to the projects. It was just one is flat and one got 50 floors, right? Or am I wrong
yeah,
about that?
nah, you're not wrong. Actually, the part of my family that's white, they lived in trailer parks, in Ohio. So
Mm.
I grew up, sometimes I would go out there. I'm more in my Puerto Rican side. I grew up Puerto Rican. But when I go out there, that's what I saw too. I saw it was probably even worse in the trailer parks than and what kids are growing up seeing than over here in the projects or something. But yeah, I fell in love with that with the storytelling. Sorry, I go off topic. With Eminem, yeah, man. I just remember the Slim Shady LP,
Yeah, it was a
Marshall
big
Mathers
album.
LP. Hell yeah, definitely. That
Yeah,
Marshall
no
Mathers
doubt.
LP was the second one when that hit. That's when I really got more into M. I heard the first album, it was fire. But then when that second one hit, it was like, oh, I mean,
It'll make you
and
change
then
that pen game up. It'll make you change your whole pen game. And for the rappers that's acting like Eminem didn't make you change your pen game, you lying. You lying.
word,
Yeah, you
he
straight up
definitely
lying.
did.
Yeah,
He definitely
absolutely.
stepped it up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So look, ladies and gentlemen, we here kicking it with DJ Superstar Streets right here on the Streets Needed. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come right back after this quick message. Stay tuned. You locked into the Streets Needed.
May contain explicit lyrics and adult themes that may not be suitable for everyone.
Listener discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Yo, what's good? This DJ Superstar Streets of BA Studios, and you tapped into the Streets Needed. This is where you get all of the exclusive music you need to hear, you heard?
Oh my gosh, Streets is crazy.
This is one DJ you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you tapped into the Streets Needed podcast. Again, I'm your host, Architect, aka Mr. Behind the Scenes. We here kicking it with DJ Superstar Streets of BA Studios. So listen, man,
Yeah.
we talk a little bit about the background, right? Talk to us about BA Studios, man. How did you get into the whole studio vibe, the whole graphic design, everything that you do? Because you're a big part of this Streets Needed movement, but like, what inspired you to get involved into doing the graphic design, the editing, and all that good?
What inspired me, I BA started first as BA Entertainment. That's when I was going hard with the music, and that was my own brand always. Then I decided within probably the past 2 years to change to BA Studios because I wasn't going hard as an artist, even though I still rap, but I wasn't pursuing it as hard. And actually, behind it is when I met Stu. Stu and rocking with Stu, it actually just progressed and it made me start learning. Before I get into how I met Stu, when I started working with Stu, we started working for a station, and he hit me up one day and asked if I could edit a commercial for him. Because we talked prior to that, and I told him I know how to edit a little something. So he told me, I told him I got him, that I'll edit the commercial. I got it. So I got the program, I got Adobe Premiere. So I started editing. Then to do what I really wanted to do, I needed to learn Photoshop. Learn Photoshop. Then from Photoshop, what I really wanted to do more to make it even more official, learn other programs, the 3D graphics and all that. So it was like a no-brainer because I'm learning all this, and then I'm getting little jobs here and there, and I'm getting money for it. So I'm like, yo, this could be a thing. So instead of BA Entertainment, like I was going for years, I decided to switch to the studio, which incorporates art, music, film, do it all. And that's what I'm trying to get into.
Yeah. Now let's talk about that, right? Because again, shouts out to Big Stewart, shouts out to DJ Face and everybody else that's down with the movement. But Stu is a special dude to both of us, right? So how did you meet Big Stewart? Because we did an interview with him and he gave his whole history of his lineage in this game. But how did y'all meet?
Or how I met Stu. Actually, where I'm at right now, I met him on this block, up the block. It was a back to school giveaway. And it was a collaboration between Wanda, RIP Wanda. She was like my aunt. And to keep it all the way real, I'm where she used to live right now, giving this interview. So I came, or was in collaboration with Fred the Godson. So it was after Fred passed away. RIP Fred.
R.I.P. Fred, yeah, real
So his
talk.
brother Izzo was working with Wanda, and they, got together and did a back to school giveaway. Book bags. There was live music over here on 142 in Brook. And I met Stu. I don't know. There was a few people around me on the regular. I think I was smoking. I see a guy come over. He asked for a light. I passed him a light. Then we start chopping it up. He told me his name. I told him mine, but then he said Stu. So I'm like, wait, there's not a lot of people with that name. I mean, I don't know a lot of people with that name. And the only place I heard that name was from music, actually. So I asked him, like, Stu, like DFL Stu? Because I always used to hear Fred the God, shout out Stu. I used to hear Hellrell, shout out Stu. Who else? I don't know. I just used to hear it in the music. And then, so I asked him, like, Stu, DFL? Then he gave me a smile. He was like, yeah. I'm like, so we started joking from there, chopping it up, whatever. He knew some people. I knew some people, just like that. And I guess he asked me if I video edit. I was like, yeah, I edited, a little something to pass some of my videos. And then he took my number. And then actually, this was during the pandemic. So all right, so 7 months passed, like good 7-8 months passes by. Then I get a call. Then I see it's Stu DFL. And before that, he never called me. And I forgot I took his number. Sometimes when you network, I take people's number and
Yeah. Get lost in the shuffle. Yeah.
Yeah, so Stu called me. He like, we started talking. He's like, yeah, I remember. And then he goes, yo, I need someone to edit a commercial for me. You think you could do it? And I was like, yeah, I got it. And then what's funny is I told him I got it, but then I didn't have the proper equipment.
But I didn't have it.
Yeah. But I'm a man of my word. And I told him I got it. So what I did, I tried to install Adobe Premiere on my computer, the one I had, but it was an older version and it couldn't support it. So the next day, well, I went to Best Buy. I'm like, let me get the best computer you got for video that can handle high speed video. And it was a gaming computer, but through 1,600 on the credit card, boom, got it. Got Adobe Premiere, learn the shit.
Overnight. I'm gonna get this edit
learn the
done.
shit.
Yeah.
Yo, and from that moment, and now I'm nice with it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm nice with it. Well, I stand on what I say, and I gave him my word I was gonna do it, and I did it. Did the commercial. Then after I did it, I told him, like, I hit him up like, yo, if you got any more jobs, let me know. He was like, all right, got you. Whatever. Then he called me again. He like, yo, I'm thinking about working on a documentary, the DFL documentary. You down? I like, yo, say no more. I'll do it. And then we kept rocking together. He got me a spot at the station.
Right.
I was doing for a little while. Great opportunity. Then me and Stu left that situation and started rocking with the docuseries. And then me and Stu been rocking ever since. Probably like 2 years.
Well,
now.
I gotta tell you this, Streets. I gotta tell you.
What's good?
The fact of the matter is, and this is why I gravitated towards you, and I told Stu, like, yo, I like that dude. See, I ain't tell you this. You don't know this conversation off the interview, but I'm telling you the conversation that because me and him was talking, and he was like, yo, you know, I gotta keep Streets around. Like, yo, this dude been 100 with me. And then he told me literally what you just told me, but you've never brought up money with him. And that meant a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because like so many people, it's always like, yo, I do it for 500, I do it for 1,000, and you never presented yourself like that type of opportunity. So it made me appreciate you. Not that we want something for free, but the fact that you respected the hustle and understood the bigger vision, you know what I mean? I have to salute you for that and for being down and saying like, yo, I'm willing to do the work and I'm willing to learn, because a lot of people not gonna go grab 1,600, put it on the card, and go get the laptop just to keep their word. They just gonna hit the ignore on the phone call. Like, yeah, I ain't about to do that. So we gotta salute you for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of what made me like gravitate towards you as well and understand that you're a real dude. You know what I'm saying? So I salute you for that, bro. It's
Peace,
big.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
real
listen.
humble.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we kicking it with DJ Superstar Streets right here on the Streets Needed podcast. We're gonna take one more quick commercial break. We're gonna come right back because we got more stuff to talk about right here on the Streets Needed. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick message. This is Abdul Ali, candidate for U.S. House District 12 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's just be real, folks. The Democrats have destroyed our major cities. Their policies have made us less safe, they've given us less economic opportunity, and they've provided less educational opportunities for our children. And that's why I'm running for Congress, because I know what it takes to improve these issues. I've got great working relationships already in D.C. I've spent the last 10 years of my life building my political resume so that one of us, somebody who thinks like we do, could get into DC and make a difference. I want you to visit aliforcongress.com to find out more about my campaign. The Democrats have already done enough, and now they're putting illegal aliens in front of people like you and me, folks whose ancestors built this country and made it what it is today. So again, I'm asking you to support me in my run for U.S. House District 12 here in North Carolina. You don't have to live in North Carolina to support, because what happens in Congress affects the entire country. So again, it's aliforcongress.com. I hope to have your support. Peace and love, y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, big shouts to my twin brother, Du Ali. Make sure you visit the website, Ali, ALI, for Congress. Support the campaign. We need people that understand how we get down going into Congress, representing us in D.C. So listen, we here kicking it with DJ Superstar Streets. We talked about the past. We talked about Big Stew. Let's get into right now. We doing this whole Streets Needed movement. You are one of the faces of the mix show. You know what I'm saying? We got Queens of the Streets, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. You begging these joints out. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this, right? Like, how important is it for these artists to have an outlet that ain't banging them in the head for a bunch of money to get on a feature, right? Like, how important is that? And you know, how important is it to you to be a part of this movement? You know what I'm saying? The Streets Needed thing.
I think it's very important. Me, I look at this, the streets need it, as something that I needed when I was on the come up, trying to come up. I needed somebody, a DJ, to play my songs, at least a freestyle, or at least give me an opportunity. I mean, like I used to listen K Slay, Clue back in the day. Back when I was a kid, just bringing my tape out when the tape decks were out and hitting record button just so I could hear people freestyle on the radio. Yo, I remember them days, man. Cassette tapes. I'm not old, but I was young when the cassette tapes and were still out. But I look at that at this what we're doing as a something that I needed. Like I don't know, it's something, and then the mixtapes coming out every week, every 2 weeks from the DJs. I used to be at the bootleg spot all the time picking it up just to get exclusive freestyles. I mean, freestyles
Yeah,
or hearing the songs that are not on the radio. OD, like
yeah, that's real.
that's why I fell in love with mixtape music. Like I call it mix. I mean, it's street music, whatever. Just whatever's not on the radio all day.
Or the album joints, right? Because we always hear the
Yeah,
single, but we might not get the joints that the artist recorded that didn't make the album. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
word.
that's also big. Now one of the things that's important for us to talk about, because the streets need to hear this, right? Is that the culture of hip hop is now more drug and alcohol fueled than ever, right? So how have you seen the culture change, and how has that impacted your life? You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to speak to that, because we know you've been through a lot, you know what I mean? But if you want to share with some of the people, like, how has this whole entire culture affected you in your life, and going through the things that you needed with the health issues and all of that?
All right, you about to get the first time I ever say this on camera. All right, me coming into the rap game and entertainment, wanting to be entertainment. There was always alcohol and drugs around. Me, I was always a drinker, and I was drinking not hard, not every day, but drinking it progresses as it goes on because alcoholism is a progressive disease. So as the years started going, I was drinking more and more. Sometimes it would be in the weekends. Every time I'm in the studio, there's always liquor, there's always beers, or I had the beers. I was the one bringing it. I'll tell you the truth.
Right.
I was the one bringing it, and it just progressed. And then it got to a point where I was drinking every day. Drinking every day. I couldn't not only go to studio without liquor, I couldn't do daily activities without having at least a sip or something. And it wasn't to get twisted or to be drunk all day. It was something, if you ever been alcoholic, you understand it's like a necessity. Like you get this nervousness if you don't have the alcohol. It got to that point for me. It progressed. I'm over a good 10 to 15 years, 10 to 15 years. And this past August, I was in NYU Langone, downtown 30th Street by the FDR, fighting for my life. I checked myself into the hospital because my eyes were yellow. And they were yellow probably for like a good month or two. And I wasn't trying to, I was just brushing it off like, oh, it'll go away, it'll go away. I'm drinking lots of water. I'm even eating healthier. I was eating healthier, but it progressed to a point. I checked in the hospital. Doctors ran tests. They came back and said I had liver cirrhosis, and there was no healing it. It was bad. It was just. It wasn't if I was gonna die. It was when. It was a matter of time. I'm at NYU Langone, stressed the hell out. My family around got to hear this. I'm feeling bad that I'm putting them in this position more than I'm feeling bad about myself. So seeing doctors after doctors, and getting interviews, and they said we could put you on the list for another liver. And me hearing it from everybody, or just throughout life, TV everywhere, is people waiting years for a new liver, and I didn't have that time. I didn't have that. It was I was gonna die in a few months. So they put me on the list, a waiting list for the liver. As soon as they put me on the list, praying. And when I got out of the hospital, everybody told me that they had, countless people praying for me, countless people, church organizations, multiple. It was overwhelming. But at the time, I'm in my bed by myself in the hospital, wondering if I'm going to get a new liver. I'm here on Google all night trying to see ways to get a liver. That's when I found out you could get a piece of a liver. It could heal you, whatever. So I'm thinking crazy thoughts like, if my family could give me one of the piece of liver, or if I have to put them through that stressful time. That time lasted 10 days. I was on a waiting list for a liver. Never heard of. I was on a waiting list from August 15th. On August 25th, I was already in surgery under anesthesia, getting a new liver. That was like a blessing. So me just even talking to you right now is a miracle. Me breathing right now is a miracle. And I can't even stress how serious it got and how grateful I am for everybody that was there for me, praying for me, people that even know me, praying for me. And serious, real serious. So I'm not saying hip hop caused that, but the lifestyle did. And I was living that lifestyle, even though I'm not famous or anything, but I was living that, performing shows, studio, wherever that is lit. I would bring the liquor. I mean, there was liquor there, but it got to the point where I didn't even need nobody. Pop bottle by myself, go to the club, pop bottle by myself, go to the strip clubs over here in the Bronx, uptown, in Queens. I'll buy the bottle by myself. I mean, so
Yeah, no, that's real. You know what? And
lifestyle.
I appreciate you saying this and telling this story because I've had a falling out with people I thought was my friends because we was fueling our studio session. Like you said, we gonna get the 24 pack, we gonna get the bottle of Henny, we gonna have an ounce of Bud, we gonna do this session. And I started realizing at a certain point, and the girl I'm with now, she been with me, we almost together 16 years. She'll tell you it caused a separation where I was like, yeah, the album's done. We gotta stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yo, it was used to fuel the creative process. But some of
right.
us didn't know how to stop. It was like, so I gotta tell you, bro, I'm glad you here. Thank God you here. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing that you here, and we appreciate you. We love you, and we appreciate everything that you do for the movement. And let's talk about these mix shows, right? So we got the
Yeah.
Queen of the Streets, you know what I'm saying, dropping.
Queens of the
How
streets.
has that been putting that together? You know what I'm saying? Because I personally, now y'all gonna give me flack for this. Streets ain't say it. DJ Superstar Streets ain't say it. Architect said it. I only do like 4 or 5 female MCs that I could listen to. But you know what I'm saying? You put together something that's monumental, and it's a lot of female artists on there. But talk a little bit about that process of putting that together, because it's like bringing back the mixtape era almost, the way you put these joints together. So, what was your thought process behind picking the artist and putting those mixes together?
Oh yeah, Queens of the Streets, that's hard right there. I keep listening to it myself. The process I went through to put it together, simple. I put it together how I would like to listen to it for the first time,
Mm,
hearing it, and then adding my own creative, spin on it. And what I'm bringing different is I'm doing it movie style. It's coming from BA Studios, man. All art, art, film, music. So I wanted to be like an audio movie, music movie. So when you hear it, and if hear one and two, you're gonna like it. You're gonna take your girls to the movie with it.
Yeah, real
But
shit.
yeah, and finding the artists, I was actually, just throughout the day on YouTube, I would go search female artists. Then I started hearing, I put on a female artist that I heard from the Bronx. She's on the Queen of the Streets. Her name is Rella G's. So I threw her on there. I like the song. She young coming up. Put on, and then I was getting suggestions for other female rappers. So I just went down a rabbit hole, female rappers, and started picking songs that didn't really sound like it's too commercial. I still want to keep it street. Still want to keep it street and bars and what I like to hear. So I was finding females that was spitting. I mean, it was going in. There's another one, Major Galore. Yeah, find out about her music. She's on there. Her songs go hard.
Yeah, y'all getting these free plugs, so yo, listen, they get free plugs. They better come on this show. You know what I'm saying? Because you giving them the love, putting them on the joint. You know what I'm saying? They better come ahead and do an interview. You know what I mean? That's how we gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But look,
let's go.
so look, listen, we got one more thing to do before we get up out of here. And I ain't tell you about this, but we got the lightning, right? That's how you win your 30-second to 1 minute plug to promote whatever you want to promote real quick. So we got DJ Superstar Streets in the building. We about to do this lightning round with him real quick. You ready, sir?
Let's go.
All right. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
DJ Kid Capri or Doo-Wop?
Kid Capri.
Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Movie. Let's go with Rambo.
Okay, so Sylvester Stallone. All right. Bacon, egg, and cheese or beef patty and cocoa bread?
Oh, man, you going to do that one?
Yeah, we doing that one. We doing that.
Let's do the beef patty with cocoa bread.
All right.
Take that.
Nathan's or Gray's papaya?
I'm gonna have to go with Nathan's. Pause.
I ain't mad at that.
That's my real name, man.
I ain't mad at that. All right.
Hey.
Look. You stuck on the desert island. You got one meal for breakfast. You got one meal for lunch. You got one meal for dinner. What is Superstar Streets having forever? One meal for lunch. That's what you having for breakfast every day. That's what you having for lunch every day. So you get a meal for breakfast, you get a meal for lunch, you get a meal for dinner. What you having for breakfast forever?
Oh, for breakfast? Let's keep it simple. I'll keep it simple. Cereal.
Okay, cereal, what we doing? Man. What we doing for lunch?
For lunch, let's do.
And this is every day forever. So this is lunch. Day? Yeah.
All right. For every day, I'll do some Chinese food, some some shrimp, steamed vegetables, sesame out with white rice.
Okay, and what we doing for dinner?
All right, for dinner, all right, I'm Puerto Rican, so we gotta have the arroz con gandule.
Arroz con gandules, all right.
With pollo. We'll do the chicken.
All right, you stuck on this island. You got one album that you can listen to for the rest of your life. What's the album?
Oh, rest of my life. All right.
One album.
Eminem's. Which one? The one with White America on it.
Not the Marshall Matt. The Eminem show. All right. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, he's won the lightning round, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, the floor is yours for the next 30 seconds to 1 minute. Tell people where they can support what you got going on. Tell them where they can find you at. The floor is yours, DJ Superstar Streets. Let them know where they can support you and what you got going on.
Yo, it's DJ Superstar Streets. From now on, you're gonna see me on the Streets Needed. BA Studios. That's to the death. www.bastudios.com. Holla at me if you want graphics, artwork, video editing, anything related to studio work, music. You want your song mastered? Holla at me. Got you. And got you with the mix shows. On the Streets Needed, we are the streets. Go ahead at Queens of the Streets, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Appreciate you, good brother, for coming on the platform. Obviously, we're going to keep doing this. It ain't going to stop here, man. I appreciate everything you shared with us tonight, good brother. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been tapped into the Streets Needed podcast. Again, I'm your host, Architect, a.k.a. Mr. Behind the Scenes. Big shouts out to Big Stu, DJ Face, and all the other DJs that's down with us here at the Streets Needed. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and all social media at the Streets Needed. That's the Streets with a Z. For my partner Big Stu, for DJ Superstar Streets, I'm Architect. Peace and love. Y'all be safe. Take care of each other. Peace and love.
Yeah.
They contain explicit lyrics and adult themes that may not be suitable for everyone.
Listener discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Yo, what's good? This DJ Superstar Streets of BA Studios, and you tapped into the Streets Needed. This is where you get all of the exclusive music you need to hear, you heard?
Oh my gosh, Streets is crazy.
This is one DJ you don't wanna fuck with.